Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between ByuN and Voltz on Dusk Towers. In the bottom side of the map we have the red Terran player, it is ByuN, going as Speak now, but everybody knows this is actually ByuN. And in the top side of the map we have the blue Zerg player, it is Voltz. Alright, so here we are with a ZVT on Dusk Towers. Haven't had one of these in a while. I feel like some of the more epic matchups I've ever seen from ZVT have been on Dusk Towers. A lot of mech we've seen, a lot of things that just go down to the wire. We've seen nukes on this map as well. We've seen battle cruisers. A lot of great stuff to look forward to here, and I do have my Reaper name list ready. Alright, so I watched Zootopia for the first time, just to fill this time a little bit, yesterday. With my sister, I went, and it was good. It was beautiful. The animation was just fantastic. I found myself thinking, man, somebody spent 2 weeks of their life to make this 4-second scene. And it looks amazing, but it's just like, some of these guys have such dedication to the craft. It blows my mind. Blows my mind. A lot of social commentary sprinkled throughout, but not really overt as to exactly if it was criticizing anybody in particular. I mean, it kind of was, but I don't know, I think they did a good job just kind of bringing attention to some of the social issues without really being too preachy about it and smashing you over the head with it, which is not really fun either. So there's the Reaper, and there is indeed the Reaper. I meant Barracks. There's the Barracks, and there's the Reaper. This guy's name is Enrique Iglesias. Yes, somebody wanted me to name their Reaper Enrique Iglesias, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. He is, as far as I know, a very famous singer worldwide. Very talented. Kind of bigger, I think, in the 90s than he is today, but apparently still has a pretty darn big following if somebody on a random YouTube channel wanted to name the Reaper Enrique. So we're going to call him Enrique, and he is going to pop out in 3 seconds. There he goes, heading out and out with his little jetpack. He just wants to bring joy to the world, but he knows that his songs will never be accepted by the Zerg, so he must take them down. He must take them out and remove them from the face of the planet so that his songs can unite humanity and unite all people under peace and happiness. Meanwhile, there's some lings on the way, a couple queens too, and speed coming up for Voltz. So I don't think, yeah, if you stay on the creep here, that is what it's all about. Staying on the creep lings, getting shots out. KD8 charge, I think, did hit that drone. That was weird. Like, it knocked him up in the air, but he was still mining. Pretty good micro here from Voltz, keeping the wounded lings away, but does get a kill. Enrique gets a kill, and gonna get a drone kill as well. Can he get it? 2 Zergling kills is pretty good. 2 low on HP though, and now the queen is out. So combat drugs are going to heal him up. Overlord scouting that out, seeing what is going on. Meanwhile, back in ByuN's base, we do have a starport coming up. Seems a little bit early here under the sub 3 minute mark, but that's okay. Voltz is going for pneumatized carapace. He wants fast overlords and going for speed, as I've already mentioned previously. So here we go. Enrique going for more kills, trying to assist his race in removing the evil Zerg from the face of the planet. I mean, or not. Maybe he's just going to hang out for a bit. That's okay. That's A-okay, Enrique. You do what you need to do. Widowmine on the way. Widowmine drop. Widowmine Marine drop on the way from ByuN. We do have a couple queens ready to rock in case the Reaper tries to come back in. Oh, Enrique, no good reaction time, though. It is ByuN. Oh, but speedlings. Never mind. Speedlings and dead. All right. Well done. Well done, Enrique. Let's take a look here and see. Yep, two units lost. So 2 lings died for a total of 50 minerals. Didn't really do that much scouting. I don't know that we can put Enrique into our Hall of Fame. No drone kills, no great scouting. He really only saw this, which is not super useful. Roachwarren coming up at the bottom of the ramp. Seems like a weird place for it. Ling trying to scout things out, see what's going on. Look at this scouting from Voltz. Oh man, he sees that coming. He's got speed overlords everywhere. He's got it covered. Look at this vision. Everything that's going on, he can see it. So there is a Widowmine drop on the way. I'm not sure how effective it's going to be considering the Zerg player knows that it is coming. But yeah, a couple evolution chambers there. Do you have any spore crawlers maybe? Are you planning on killing the Widowmine before it burrows? Because I don't see any sign of overseers yet. There's a spore. Oh, there's a spore. There's a spore there. There's a spore there. Excellent, excellent. I like this. And a third base just about to pop for Voltz. Here comes the medevac, choosing this angle of approach. Not knowing there's a spore crawler over here just about to pop. It is so close to about to pop. And there it goes, but it lets the medevac pass. It lets it pass. Just barely missing. And to try to get in here into the base where there's no actual workers, which seems a little counterproductive, but hey, let's go ahead and kill a base if we can, says ByuN. Can't argue with that. Burrowing into a spore crawler there. Ling's trying to kill some stuff. Very difficult though, especially with a medevac healing overhead. Roach is going to do better. in the situation. They take out the Spore Crawler. Doesn't get a cancel there, unfortunately, as Voltz. Roaches trying to do this thing. Oh, Widowmine shot. Widowmine shot. Super good there. Any Overseers on the way? I do not see them. This is a problem. But dropping Marines into 4 Roaches, not a great life choice either. I think that was a Liberator that just tried to set up shop right on top of a Spore Crawler. Yep. Oh, Liberator, why? I suppose ByuN was busy over on the other side of the second, or the third base rather, but in the end did get 3 kills, which is nice. 4 kills, actually, which is not too bad at all. Where is your Overseer? Coming now. Here comes the Overseer. Queen shooting away at that medevac. Widowmine does get cleaned up. I'm not sure how much damage 3 Marines can do, but they're going to drop anyway. They're going to drop. They're going to try to kill them. Some workers find a nice spot where the Queen can't kill them. Look, oh my gosh, so close to dead. 6 hit points remaining. Get out of there. Get out. Get to the chopper. Okay, the medevac does get the heck on out of there. That is excellent to see there. Whew, reactor tanks coming up there. Marine poop and creep to delay that third base. Always a nice move. I mean, not exactly good-mannered, but still, this is StarCraft 2. You're trying to kill each other, man. This isn't exactly anywhere on the scale of murder. Glial Reconstitution on the way, so we're going to see quite a few Roaches and Ravagers, I have to assume, from Voltz. Kills the Overlord Creep will recede a little bit more quickly than it used to in Heart of the Swarm. So, Infestation Pit coming up. Early Infestation Pit out of Voltz. Just see how that works. APM for these guys. 400 for ByuN. I mean, 3. We'll say it's 3. 3 for both players right now. 5 drones on the way. Income tab is 56 to 58. Very close. Very close indeed. And ByuN looks like he's going Marine Tank right now. Marine Tank, he is getting his upgrades. +1 attack. Stim. And +1 armor for his Marines. He is going ahead and continuing to get medevacs and siege tanks. And there's an armory on the way for that +2/+2 and +3/+3 that is so darn useful for this Terran Bio army. Alright, Marines heading on up, trying to see what they can see. Voltz taking a 4th base. In the meantime, this creep spread pretty good. Actually, a little bit insane. It doesn't really give ByuN much of a chance to get up close to the Zerg army without being noticed, but I suppose you do a scan and kill some of these creep tumors and feel pretty good about yourself there. Yep, there's the scan, there's the stim, and there's the dead creep tumors. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, this is a massacre right now, but Roach is going to try to shove them off just a little bit. Tanks landing, saying, you Roaches, get the heck on out of there. Making 4 Ravagers and 4 Roaches in production with Infestors on the way. No Pathogen Glands, which means they're going to be pretty useless for the first couple minutes of their lives. +1/+1 on melee attack, and Ground Carapace coming up. So, interesting combination here. Anyway, Queens. Yeah, Queens dropping right on top of the tanks, interestingly enough. A lot of Roaches, a lot of Ravagers. Marines not very good in that situation. Using Queens as mobile anti-medevac devices. Meanwhile, a drop up here with Marines is starting to kill a lot of these drones. Some Roaches come in, but one at a time is not going to do it. Okay, sorry Roaches, that was not exactly what you wanted to do here. This is so many dead drones, though. So many dead drones. Queen ends up dying. Yep, the Marines with the +1/+1 and the stim and the combat shield, which is just about to finish, are pretty darn good. If I do say so myself. 22 units killed by ByuN. 10 of those are workers. No workers killed at all, although that tank medevac just did get exploded there. So Voltz does manage to hold off the pressure at the front. Not so graceful with the pressure at the back, but I think he'll be okay. It is 68 to 66 harvesters. They'll make that 70. Voltz just took the lead. He's droning up very well right now at the 8-minute and 29-second mark. More and more barracks on the way. Ultra Cavern, 8-minute Ultra Cavern for Voltz. I don't know. Okay, so what did our Terran players see? ByuN saw the Infestation Pit and he saw the Morphing Hive, so I think he has to assume that we're going to see Ultras fairly soon. So we're going to see a Ghost Academy. We're probably going to see tanks, Liberators, also very good in the situation. Marines pushing forward, stimming forward, splitting, and absolutely killing these creep tumors. That's a lot of dead creep tumors, you guys. So many dead creep tumors. Pushing that creep back is exactly what you want to do as a Terran player, though. Ravagers on the top of the ramp. And Orocha is trying to sneak on in here as well. This mobile Queen unit, I like it. I like it a lot. ByuN trying to sneak around to the bottom side, possibly attack up here while he sends a drop to the main base. I like the idea of attacking here and attacking here at the same time. Yep, tanks landing. Corrosive Bile, go. Corrosive Biles, can they land? There's the Fungal, and they get one of the tanks, which is good. The Marines not really holding their own against this many Roaches and this many Ravagers. Corrosive Biles landing on his own stuff more often than not. trying to drop on in here. There's a Spore Crawler, there's a Spine Crawler. Both of these should die immediately, but with Roach support, not as bad as you would expect. Spine Crawler does have a single kill, which is nice. More and more roaches coming on in, just stutter stepping his way forward. Here is ByuN. He needs to make this work. Can he get that Ultra Cavern? If he can kill all of these units that are trying to kill him, he can get the Ultra Cavern, but these roaches continue to stream on in. They do have the +1/+1 themselves, and the Marines are now currently severely outnumbered. Killing a drone, picking up and boosting out is what the Terran player is all about right now. 4 Ultras on the way. 10-minute Ultra is not bad. Voltz, I'm actually pretty darn impressed. Spore Crawler, Spine Crawler, Nydus Network on the way. What? You know a way to a man's heart, Voltz. Nydus Network, you crazy person. All right, here it is. So we have Infestors, which have enough energy to do stuff now, which is good. Concussive Shells on the way for Speak Now. I still don't see a Ghost Academy. Buildings. Nope, no Ghost Academy. Nothing in construction either. I don't know. I don't know how ByuN expects to do this, but he's going to go ahead and try to kill this base. There are Ultras here, though, and that's a huge problem. Ultras right on top of this. Oh, the Fungal and the Ultra combo. One Ultra does die, but a lot of these bio units are getting absolutely massacred there. Still not quite enough. Not quite enough on the upgrades on the Ultras to make them invincible, as they often can be. And this is a very Marauder-heavy force as well, doing that extra damage to the armored units here. It's an extra, like, it almost doubles their damage versus armored. Another drop up here with Marines. Just a couple of them. Looks like they just swung back along there. Roaches trying to kill some stuff up here as well, but that army gets absolutely cleaned up as well. Widowmines with 0 kills, 1 kill. Oh, almost kills that queen. Lings trying to kill an under construction command center. Overlord is destroyed there as well. Another attack on up here. Stutter stepping as ByuN knows how, but he's finally forced to retreat there. Look at that. Queens, man. Queens have been good killing medevacs right now. How many medevacs are there on the field? 5. There were 3 for a second there. There were only 3 for a second. Is this thing still alive? No, Ultra came along. Medevac gets out of there with 7 hit points. What is that? Nydus Worm coming up inside that main base. Can the medevac escape? Is there anything what can kill it? I don't think there is. I think it's actually going to get out. That's funny. That's really funny. There's the Nydus Worm scream, as you hear every one of my casts at the very beginning. Lings on the inside. Army is here to respond fairly quickly, but there are some dead SCVs, some Lings moving on down to that natural base, rather. Liberator does set up shop to go ahead and kill those Lings one shot at a time. Nydus Network not going to do anything else. More Roaches, Ravagers coming on through here too. Ultra is trying to kill some stuff, trying to deal with this planetary fortress. Can they get it? Corrosive Biles are landing, and the repair, though, the repair looks pretty clutch. Can Voltz get it? Corrosive Biles necessary? Yes, with the Corrosive Bile DPS, it is enough to get that 4th base. The planetary fortress does explode. ByuN does not panic, instead immediately lifts off or something. I don't know. That base is going to die here too. Speak Now is everywhere. ByuN is everywhere. Nydus Network coming up there as well. The hatchery does end up falling. I feel like ByuN's doing a good job responding with the appropriate number of units for the situation at hand. 10 kills, 1 kill. Voltz, man, you got to come back. Got to come back and see this. 55 to 56 workers, 30 workers killed by ByuN, 13 workers killed by Voltz. Nydus Network does get cleaned up without really doing much of anything. Another Nydus Network trying to pop on up here does get scouted by ByuN. He's ready for it this time. No, you can't kill it with under construction. I know a lot of people complain about that, but it dies so fast if you're right there when it pops. Like, it screams and it dies. Oh, Marines Marauders, another hatch, cancel it. Voltz, cancel, doesn't get the cancel. Oh, does not get the cancel. 8 armor on this guy, though. He is pretty beefy indeed. Another Nydus on the way. Voltz is trying to win this thing with Nydus, you guys, and I have to be cheering him on right now. This is absolutely insane. What is he able to pull off? Bruh. All right, what are we going to pop out of here? Looks like there are Lings on the inside. There's an army here, as per usual. ByuN is responding very well. Few Ravagers trying to kill some stuff. The army wants to stay on the creep. They do not want to assist their Ravager brethren. Another Liberator sets up shop. I thought this was a drop, but nope. It is Liberators. Corruptors are out, though. Ah, very nice. Voltz making Corruptors. He's got 4 more on the way. He's making drones. The Corruptors they do excellence against these Liberators. Another attempted Nydus on the way. I don't know how effective they've been, but if they're keeping ByuN inside his base, that's what you want. It's 197 to 141 total supply. Ultras and all this stuff. Fungal growth mainly hitting the Liberators. Wow, these guys are very, very low on health indeed, but they're kiting like maniacs. Yep, there goes that Nydus Network, unfortunately for Voltz. He needs more Fungals is what he needs. How many Infestors do you have, Voltz? Zero. Zero is bad. Zero is a bad number of infestors. Another Nydus attempt here at the natural base. Ultras, Queens desperately trying to get back to the safety of the creep, but they did save this base, which is nice, but that base is dead. Gonna get replanted. Excellent job indeed. And there's the eruption. Once again, is there anything in this Nydus? No. There's actually nothing in that Nydus. That's hilarious. Is he doing stuff anyway? Nope, doesn't pop anything out. Corruptors are going to kill these Liberators, doing a very excellent job of that, but the Ultras, man. Ultras are killing stuff. It's just they can't really last long enough to make it a win here for Voltz. It's 165 to 105 total supply. Big old army with +3, +2, sneaking on up for ByuN, or charging on up, killing that hatch at about 4 seconds flat. The Corruptors want to try to kill stuff, but this Marine count a little bit too high for that one. They do take down a medevac. And Voltz is on his last legs right now, you guys. He's down to 3 bases. His income is being doubled by the Terran player. He's getting less gas as well. It's 55 to 44 total harvesters. Not a good look. Here comes ByuN marching on up, getting rid of evolution chambers. There's a nice fungal, very nice group of fungals there. The Ultras are trying to clear these things out. They do a great job. They're just so outnumbered by these guys with a +3 attack, doing 13 damage times 2 with a pretty fast weapon speed. These guys are a little bit overstimmed. I think a good fungal might actually kill them. Infestor doesn't have enough energy to do that, unfortunately. And Voltz is alive, you guys. Voltz is somehow alive. How many medevacs are left? No medevacs left for ByuN. This Corruptor play has been brilliant from Voltz. All right, so these guys, I don't know if they're going to get home. They might try. There's more reinforcements and Liberators and stuff here. Voltz decides to back on out. It's 119 to 80 total supply. Infestor with fungal growth available in like a lot of energy, so that's not going to happen, unfortunately. Replanting this base is Voltz not going to give up yet. Absolutely not willing to give up in the face of a very, very discouraging situation. That is a planetary fortress that is being upgraded. I don't know that Voltz can take it, though. This is a big army, especially with all these Liberators. Is he going for it? No. No, he is not. The Ultra trying to run for its life. Will it get targeted down and killed before it can go? No, it's alive. It's alive with 24 hit points. The Infestor, however, will get taken down and exploded. Corruptors trying to deal with that base. If they try to caustic spray it, they might have the 27 hit points on the Ultra. It does have 5 kills. It's running all the way home. Income tab, 55 to 36 workers. ByuN in control. In control right now. He doesn't have a huge, overwhelming army, but he has great upgrades. He's getting that +3 armor now. More and more Marauders in production. He just has the bigger experience. It's 146 to 86 total supply. Army supply is 91 to 50 with Voltz. And again, some of these are Corruptors, which aren't great in general at killing stuff on the ground. Actually, they can't even hit stuff on the ground unless it is buildings. So here comes ByuN. He's marching out just a little bit here, trying to see what he can pull against this here Zerg player. Ultras, the few Ultras that are left. The Infestor's ready to throw down some infested Terrans, maybe. Or there's the fungal, but the Infestor dies immediately. All those units are killed. Sneaking on up. Liberator setting up at the door. ByuN is playing this so surgically right now. Corruptors found a base. Corruptors found a base. Caustic spray being used on that one. Meanwhile, that hatch does end up exploding. I'm not sure if it even actually finished before it was killed. ByuN kills it for the second time. Caustic spray can actually out DPS repair. Look at this. Look at it go. Bam. Snipes down the planetary fortress. Go kill that base now. Get out of there and go kill that base. You could probably kill those Liberators, actually. But meanwhile, Voltz is down to 56 total supply, and that's it. A GG from Voltz. Voltz is defeated, and ByuN is victorious. So well done, in fact, to Voltz here today. But ByuN gets the win, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, Voltz is a very good GM player, but ByuN is a pro who's been around for a very, very long time, especially good at online-type tournaments. So pretty good back and forth ZVT there. I love the Nydus play from Voltz. I really think it kept him in the game for quite a while, kept ByuN on the back foot. ByuN beat Ultras without going Ghost, you guys. So not bad. Not too shabby at all. The Marauders were just absolutely key to the game here. Liberators as well. And that was it. So well played again. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.